How are you today?
How are you?
Not too bad. Can I give you something to check out when you have some time?
Yes, thank you.
Have a good day. So you doing? Are you changing career paths or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was a production worker, so went back for maintenance.
So what kind of production work are you doing?
I work at Hormel.
Okay. So are you looking to get out of Hormel, or are you looking to get into like a bum program, or
We're actually in a program right now where they send us to school.
to do work for them?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you're getting an associate's in science or of arts, or
No, it'll just be a degree in industrial maintenance.
that's still on their dime,
Yep.
and then they'll employ you.
Yep.
That's a really good plan. So
Yep.
do you have to go put hours in at the plant then too every week?
Yeah,
or-
actually, in another hour here, we'll be leaving and going to the plant.
Oh, so you got as a class you guys go?
No, just
Oh.
it's me and another guy that are working through Hormel.
So is that an 8-hour day then for you, or by the
Yep.
time? So does this count towards it? Do you
Yep.
get paid to be here too?
Mhm.
So you're getting paid to be here. They're paying for the class, and you go and then you go back. And you doing production there, or are you doing maintenance?
Doing
at that?
maintenance there.
Doing maintenance. Wow, that's
Yep, it's a
that's
pretty
a
good
nice deal, especially if it's, and that's something you're going to be able to use if you ever leave Hormel.
Yep.
So how old are you?
I just turned 40.
Just turned 40. It's kind of a nice little cushion to the career,
Yep.
especially if you don't want to do production the rest of your life.
Yep.
So
I actually had a pretty cushy job. I gave up to do this, so we'll see how it pans out.
money should be better though, I'd
Yeah,
imagine.
money's a lot better. Yep, I got a $4 raise.
Wow,
Yes.
$4 an hour raise. Wow. Where were you working on the line?
I was actually working in the refinery at Hormel,
Oh,
so I refined pig lard.
yeah. So that's a lot of heat.
A lot of heat.
Yeah. You call that the cushy job?
Yep.
What? How is that the cushy job? It's got to
I-
stink and be hot.
It didn't so much stink, but it was hot.
Yeah.
But I had an air-conditioned office, and I only had to leave it once every 4 hours.
So were you a supervisor then, or
No, just operator.
just operator? So you just had to go down and check equipment, check temps, pressures, and
Yeah, I actually had a computer in my office that had all that on there. All I had to do is they had a couple manual switches that we had to do. It was once every 4 hours.
that is kind of. You're right. That is cushy. Air conditioned office. And
Yep.
So was the 4-hour inspection then just built into it to make sure that you were actually checking mechanical operations and stuff then, or?
Yeah, we actually had hourly checks that we did just for color and clarity, and there's different chemical varieties that we had to check. But yeah, the switch was just to go from one tank to another. That was still on a manual operation.
Well, maybe you'll design something that'll change that, and so the guy who gets your office job won't ever have to leave the
Yeah.
office. Start going to work in production wearing a suit and a tie.
Yep.
So. Well,
It's
thanks.
getting there.
Thanks for taking that DVD.
Yeah, not a problem. What denomination are you?
I'm Baptist, but we're more from a Reformed perspective. You must have looked at it real quick when you.
Yeah, I just looked at the card and I seen you had the passage on there. So
Yeah, I'm a regional missionary, so I have a full-time career, and then on my off days I do missions work. And
Oh, okay.
one of the regions I do is kind of from this my western border is kind of Albert Lee area, and then all of southeast Minnesota from about Winona south down
okay.
into northeast Iowa. I get about as far south as I get on a regular basis is Iowa City to the University of Iowa.
Oh wow, that's quite a drive.
I don't do that on a regular basis. And we do a little bit of abortion mill ministry as well,
Okay.
college campus ministry, and then I also do weekend work, and I'll do evangelism in downtown areas, bar districts and stuff. So my name's Todd. Did I say that already?
Nope, Tim Gerber.
Tim Gerber?
Yep.
Okay. So you must have a Christian background then, or?
Yeah,
you are?
I'm actually a Presbyterian. So.
Oh, you are. So you go in Austin?
Yep.
Do you know Cindy and Emily Goskison?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, my daughter took dance with Emily for quite a while.
Oh, okay.
At well, it was several different names for the same studio, but
Yep. Yeah, she's our C director.
yep.
Very, very nice lady.
Yeah, I love Cindy and Emily. They're great folks. We're glad to have them in our lives for dance, and got to become really close with them. So that's what. Yeah, you'll have to. So now you have to check out the DVD and then give it to somebody you know that needs it, because there is a really good presentation of the gospel on it, plus a worldview challenging. Really, you're the non-traditional student. I think that's how we refer to you when you're over a certain age and you're going back to college. So you're non-traditional, but I try to give it to every student that walks by. So if it's useful to you and you have somebody after you watch it that you know could benefit from it, hand it on. But I'd love for you to check out the ministry and send me an email or comment on the website or the Facebook and let me know what you thought of the DVD and if you're able to use it. So that's awesome. So we would have a lot in common besides the difference in our views of baptism then, because I'm very covenantal. I'm covenantal Baptist, so I'm Reformed in my view of salvation and the sovereignty of God, but Baptistic in my view of how baptism is handled. But other than that, I have a lot in common with my Presbyterian brothers. So. You know who R.C. Sproul is then?
Doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, you'll love as a Presbyterian, you would love R.C. Sproul. He is a big name in the Presbyterian community. He founded a university down in Florida called he had a ministry referred to as Ligonier, and then they also had, I think it was a Reformed Theological Seminary. I know I'm getting it wrong, but it was down in Orlando, and they trained just phenomenally solid pastors. Just train up really, really, really good pastors who are just dedicated to remaining faithful into the Word. And you know this if you're paying attention to the current Christian culture in the United States. The Christians are not staying real true to the Word anymore. It's like, oh, well, I think I can do this, and that's fine. So, especially in the Presbyterian side, when you look, because you guys are PCA, is that correct? If you look at the differences between the PCA and the PCUSA right now, and the PCUSA is trying to have a lot of influence on the PCA. So Sproul was PCA, and just a phenomenal stalwart of the faith. So you should check him out sometime.
Yeah, I'm sure one of the pastors should have some writings on it.
I would imagine. Yeah, he just passed away this. I think it was in December. And it's one of those things where. The world pays so much attention. Burt Reynolds died the other day, and I'm listening to the world just lament his passing. And don't get me wrong, if you're a Christian, your time's coming. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, but and we know that's God's already ordained that. But you listen to the world lament, and it's just like, here's this hero to so many people because they called him, such a down-to-earth guy, and he had struggles like everybody else. I think the article I saw the other day was, he had lost all of his money when he died. He was only worth $5 million, and I'm like, that's what here's this guy shuffles off to eternity, and you're like, oh, the poor guy lost all of his money except for $5 million. I'm like, if you're considered broke when you have $5 million, while you're alive, that is not a problem, and you just don't hear about guys like RC passing, because the world just they're more interested in the glitz and the glamour and all that. And here's RC who and I won't say single-handedly because I don't think he would appreciate it, but he probably, when it comes to sound conservative Christianity, he probably did more to protect the church as a human being, as much as a human being can do, than almost any other person in the last 40 years. And I was just really shocked that, there was just hardly any notice of his passing. There used to be a day when, everybody knew when Billy Graham died, and don't get me wrong, I feel for his family too, but R.C. probably was even more of a stalwart of the faith than Billy Graham was. And I just wish more people would have known him. So if you get a chance, check it out.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to do that. I like to read, so all right, I better get back to
I'm
class.
sorry I didn't mean to keep you for
Not
so
a
long. It
problem.
was really nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And nice to run into another professing Christian. That's awesome. So, yeah, let me know what you think of that.
All right, we'll do.
I'm a reader too, so I know.
Thank you.
Have a great day.